We have information that a new animatic movie, animatic, my god, what is proper English word? Animation TV series is going to be produced and released in 2026. So maybe we have a year of waiting, but this is quite fast for today's making of TV series, because the lapses between one and second season in Stranger Things can be as long as even 3 years or even more. So, for example, first season was in 2016, second 2017, and I think third in 2019, and fourth in 2022. So longer periods of time between each season, and here we will have an animation about, and it will be between season second and season third, and we see this on these cute animation pictures, because children of Stranger Things are still children in this animation movie, because well, they were kids until season third, and in season third we see them as young teenagers. So in the first and in second episode, and in this they have cute postures. They were all cute, beautiful, with big eyes and so on. And in third season they were just teenagers. Some of them more prettier than others, but they were just, let's say, a little bit above average looking teenagers, with still good actors, with still good characters and good actors playing, but and with useful skills and abilities, but they were not, let's say, I don't like this word because it's very popular in our times. They were not as cute as they were in first and second and in second season, and I think that this animation movie is a little bit on nostalgia, because we see Eleven have this same haircut which she has in second season, and they all have enormously over big eyes, so they will they will look even more cuter than in normal reality. But okay, no, okay. So children are cute, and we want them to be cute a little longer. And the season will be about different monsters from Stranger Things, but I think they will not be connected to the main plot. So they will be a little next to the main plot, but not but they will not be focused on Vecna, or the ruler of Upside Down, or maybe even Mind Flyer. It will be about lesser creatures from Stranger Things, and I think it's a great idea, because in we have about a month between all between a little less than a month between fifth season will be released, and it will be an apex of this main story of Eleven, but it is also an apex, a crux of story about Vecna as a ruler of Upside Down, or somebody who gained this ruling, because we are not 100% is he the creator of he's probably not the creator of Upside Down, but he's the then ruler of Upside Down. We see this in the case of Demogorgons, because we also have 5 first minutes of first episode of season fifth, and we see that Demogorgon is bowing to Vecna. So Demogorgon is just an grunt, an animal, and Vecna is the true ruler of the Upside Down. And in this second episode, we see that the main focus will be on kids, so not on younger teenagers, on teenagers like let's say Steve, Nancy, Jonathan. It will be focused purely on kids. So we have 11. We have, of course, Maxine. We have Noah. We have Will. We have Lucas, and so on. So we have all those younger kids, and it will be. I think it's purely on nostalgia, but it will be like almost like a 2.5 seasons. So because we will have 5 seasons in normal TV series, and this one we don't know how many episodes there will be. I think it can be greater number than 8 episodes or 9, like normal seasons of Stranger Things. It can, because the episodes will be shorter. I'm a little bit worried why they didn't choose original actor to play to voice acting the kids, but I understand that right now they are young adults, so their voice completely changed, or changed in a way that they don't speak like kids anymore. So we have different voice actors, and I would say that even though I'm a little bit skeptical about making them even cuter than in real life, that they have really enormous, they have really enormous big eyes, guys. Uh, Enormous big eyes. I would say even too big for children in this age, because we can we can see that even in second season and in first, when they were like 11, 12 years old, they still didn't have as much big eyes as they can. But this is the modern way of showing that people are cute if they have big, like pulpy, and in Polish it's wyłupiaste eyes. So children have really big, luring eyes, and they look really, they look really cute, but also the I would say that as I have seen other animation movies, it really has a good style. The style is really, I would say, advanced. It's not very, it's not simple. It's not primitive. The style of animations, of movements, of ambient, of showing the nature, of showing the scenography is really advanced, because someone in comments laughed that Stranger Things, because it's titled Stories from the 80s, I think. It will be like Clone Wars for Star Wars universe, but from what I have seen so far, it is better looking. Clone Wars are much more primitive than, because here we have this, because Clone Wars were purely made in like a computer animation movie, like Toy Story, let's say. But here we have drawings. We have drawings, so it's much more like an older version of animation movies, not these computer ones which Toy Story started, but rather it's also nostalgia to these older fairy tales about heroes in animation style of the 80s, 90s, maybe even 70s, so on. And it looks really, it has this really old, good looking vibe, really, because I would say, even though children look a little bit too cute and too creepy with those big, over the top eyes, I think that the models and the drawings of them is really is really good looking. It's pleasant for the eye. It's pleasant for the eye. Of course, we are not sure how it will resolve that those monsters will be absent from the main plot of fifth season, because fifth season will be purely about defeating Vecna. But I'm happy that they finally realized that they need to expand the Stranger Things universe. I would say that Stranger Things universe is the greatest TV series of Netflix, but it is also the greatest TV movie about casual things, because it's not a drama, it's not very epic. Even the maybe season's fifth will be epic, but it's not very epic. It's like almost like casual story about sci-fi things. But actors, scenography, and forerunners, Duffer Brothers, created something really marvelous. Because the plot is not very well advanced. Yes, it's not mystical or something really strange or something like that. It's just about kids and the upside down, and this upside down is an alternative way of our way, and we have a evil man, evil villain, and we need to defeat him. But the actors play really well in this movie. Secondary actors, even I don't know if there is a word for tertiary actors, but even those who only participate for a minute in this movie, it really has a great vibe, a great also great focus on details. For example, when I didn't watch Predator Badlands, but I see that many movies, unfortunately, because of computer techniques, look very generic. And Stranger Things was directed mostly without computer effects, if we not consider special effects, and it really looked real. It really looks real to this day. We see this 80s vibe from all of the seasons, but it's a good 80s with details, with showing us concrete tables, chairs, furniture, hairstyles, dressing methods, and so on. It really looked amazing for today's standards. For today's standards, when almost everything is created by CGI and by computers, Stranger Things really look awesome. They look awesome because they look real and advanced. And in this animation movie, stories from the 80s, which will be, as I said, after a second season, the characters look really good, pleasant looking, but also advanced. Their style, their hairstyle, their dresses, their wearing style, everything is top notch. I would want Duffer Brothers to create maybe some Alien movies or some Star Wars movies or so even MCU movies, because all of them are so they rely so much on computer techniques that they look generically made in computer. They look not real. We don't see such let's say palette of colors in our modern real world. We don't see it. So really this vibe, and it is also nostalgia vibe, because it's also a vibe for our main heroes to be kids, because when they were kids they were innocent, they were beautiful, they were cute, and so on. So I understand this nostalgia, and I'm for it. I will accept it, and I'm happy that they finally decided that Stranger Things needs to be a bigger world, because Netflix don't have much titles like Star Wars, like Disney. Disney have MCU, Star Wars, they even have Predator and Alien worlds. Amazon Prime has no, Netflix has also Witcher. Yeah, so they can expand also that. Amazon have Lord of the Rings, and I think some other title. HBO has Game of Thrones, so Netflix is because Witcher is not very popular. First season, okay, it was popular, but right now we have fourth, and it's not well received. It's not very well. It's not even good, as I heard from the fans. So Stranger Things is something which can be expand because Duffer Brothers made something really unique, that they create something new. Because, for example, people like are pleasant with nostalgia, and we want as fans, for example, new Star Wars movies, new MCU movies, new Terminator movies, new Alien movies, and so on. But Duffer Brothers created something completely new, without intervention of let's say authors or other writers, like inspiration for because we have, for example, Tolkien. We have a writer who wrote Game of Thrones books, which are called Cold and Fire and Cold. So the writers wrote their ideas, and then directors use it. But Duffer Brothers created something completely new. They created their own unique world, and it's fairly new and fairly unique comparing to Tolkien works, to works of let's say Star Wars, to works of Alien, to works of Predator, to works of Terminator. It's a really, and I would say that in Stranger Things, it's also good that all actors, they are maybe not they are not of prodigy actor, like playing like awesome, but they are all good, at least good or very good. Their action skills are very good. It's really good because, for example, Miley Bobby Brown as a British actor is often criticized as being a brat, but in this specific genre, like Stranger Things, her 11 role is really convincing and really good as for female actor, because female actors are sometimes only used as being beautiful and hot. But Miley Bobby Brown, even though criticized that now she has like 20 years old and she looks like 40, because she's using a ton of makeup, and she's coloring her hair on a very like colorful colors. But as an 11, she's really a good actress. She's really a good actress. And other actors are also at least good, even those from secondary roles. And even, for example, Maxine, how she changed the Stranger Things, being from the second season, she really changed it. She's a great add-on to the crew, to the cast. Really, it is really good to see them on the screen. And I think this nostalgia, I will vote for it. That this nostalgia is really pleasant to see them still as kids having those adventures, who are little, innocent, cute, and beautiful, but also everything is a little bit simpler, a little bit cozy, because right now in fifth season nothing will be cozy. They are young adults. Some of them will probably die. We don't know how it will end, but we heard that it will be sour and happy ending at the same time. So this nostalgia vibe is, I think, in this case, really amazing and really good for us as fans of Stranger Things worlds. Okay, enough bragging. Let me know in the comments what do you think about this new Stranger Thing animation series called Stories from the 80s. Are they really? It will. Is it able to have a level of development, of advancement, of pleasure, of good acting as normal TV series?